Hi, this is Hillary Lindsay, active yoga at your home, office, or jam session today, guitar player friends. Here's a little something to add to the first video that I did with Cliff Richmond. I didn't ask anybody over today. I was too impatient. I can show you myself. I am sitting on a melt roller, M-E-L-T. It's really soft, and it's easier on your body than those hard foam rollers. I also have this guy. This is from Gaiam. It's a cheap foam roller from Target. And it's cheap and soft. Softer, the better. So if you don't want one of these guys, you don't want to order this, go ahead and get one of those. I'm going to get on my back. So, you guitar players are standing a lot, you're crooked, you've got one knee bent, you've got a shoulder up, you've got this going on. You look a lot sexier than that, but anyhow. Here's your posture that you want, right? And then nobody's just like that, but we're going to move with what we've got. So you're going to move the belly a little bit right and left. Just get the feeling of this roller moving behind your spine, between your shoulder blades. There's a lot we can do with this. Maybe I'll show you some more another time. I don't want to bore you right now. The arms will come up in the air, and we're going to pull the fingers the way a parent pulls its reluctant child, until we're looking behind us. And then the straight arms are coming down, the shoulder blades moving to the roller. Do a couple of these. Make sure that you're not holding your breath at any point, just up and down. After you've done a few more than I'm doing of those, soften the joints and conduct. And you want to feel the shoulder blades grazing the roller. And you want to feel the breath move through the skin of the chest. Go in both directions. Take the arms out to the sides. Now I'm going fast because I don't expect you to be doing this with me. So I just want to show it to you. Press the wrists up towards the ceiling and try to articulate each of your fingers in each joint. Press the fingers down, the wrists up. Spread the arms wider through the chest and then gently fold the fingers towards the wrist. This is gentle, otherwise you'll seize up. Back and forth. Just like that. And you'll circle your wrists as well. Again, do more than I'm doing here. The palms are then down, the hands are slightly lower than the shoulders, and the fingers are up towards the ceiling. Wow, what a stretch that is in my forearms. The fingers are spreading and pulled upward. I'm stretching through the chest to move the arms. Feels pretty good. And then softly curl the fingers towards the wrists, like you're holding a raw egg, and then up, back and forth. After a few of these, make a little bird beak with your fingers and circle your wrists slowly. Finally, with your inhalation, stretch your legs, stretch your arms. You notice I'm rolling? This is an unstable surface. Good. It's going to force us towards stability. We don't want to fall. The nervous system's saying, how do I find center? On the inhale, stretch the arms back behind you. Draw the navel towards the spine. And then bend the elbows. See if you can bring the elbows in towards the rib cage. You'll feel the shoulders knit towards the spine. And then gently pull away. Stretch. A couple of these. Hands down, and bend the knees. I'm stretching one leg again, rolling off the roller towards you. Push the roller away. Boy, you'll be really flat to the floor here. Next, come over onto your knees and take the roller. I'm going to turn for the camera. Take the roller, I'm going to angle it for my right shoulder. I'm placing the roller here at the notch where the shoulder comes to the arm. Sorry for the dog hair. Arm behind the back, chin down, and gently, slowly bring the arm forward and back. A couple of times there. Forward and back. Then leave the arm back behind you, and with the opposite hand, roll the ribs, the hips, the belly a little bit back and forth over the front of that shoulder. This is why you want something soft. You don't want to damage any important connective tissue in there. Back and forth. And finally, go ahead and place the roller sideways under the armpit. Stretch the arm forward and just gently, using the other hand, rock yourself side to side. Now you're going to take the shoulder under, but I'm going to show it to you on the other arm just for the sake of time. Your time. You will then take your shoulder to the roller. I'm on my side, the knees can be bent. The hand is on the floor. I'm going to pull the elbow in and I'm going to fold and unfold a few times. Fold. You can see how tight my shoulder is. That shows in my wrist, right? Do that a few times. From here, you'll take the roller at the top of the rib cage. The top of the rib cage actually ends about here, but think of it coming towards the armpit. Place the bottom arm on the floor. This part of the body relaxed. Roll forward and back a few times. Scrunch up and down a few times. And then you'll change sides. The next thing I'm going to show you is for your hands, using tennis balls and therapy balls. Actually, you can use the roller if you don't have those. You can put a forearm on the roller, the other hand on the forearm, and press back and forth. You can also, if you find a tight spot, leave your forearm on the roller and gently move your wrist back and forth. This is really pretty lovely. You can circle the wrist. Go slow. You'll find a lot in there. Always finish with a little glide back and forth. And now for the tennis balls, the therapy balls. So, I know people say to use a certain technique and a certain ball. I don't think so. Find something that's not too hard. If you happen to just have an old tennis ball, this will do. If you have a smaller hand, you want a smaller ball. I put 2 in a net here. That's for something I'll show you in a minute. I also took 2 tennis balls and put them in a silk sock. I'll show you that in a minute too. For your hands, I've got the tennis ball under my right palm, between my thumb and my forefinger, you know, where the hand folds. And I'm simply going to press the ball there, put the other hand on top, and do a little CPR. Press and release. I'm just pressing and releasing. Right there. I can also take even something as big as this tennis ball and wedge it between the thumb and forefinger and squeeze and release. I would like this hand to help push, then these 2 fingers to tug apart and together. You can even get a tennis ball in these fingers. However, it depends on how big you are. You can take something more this size or even smaller. There's a kit called the Melt Kit. Oh, it's in the other room. I'll show you at the end. Those balls are really small and they're great too. But you can take something smaller like this rubber ball. This one is called a Simply Essential Solution. Ah, well. And then you press the ball in there and squeeze. Press in here and squeeze. Press in here and squeeze. You can see this is a little bit too big for my hand, but it still feels great. You can do CPR with this one too, right? And then you'll go to the other hand. You can also press the fingers and release. First the pads of the fingers, then the tips of the fingers with these balls. That's nice for your hand too. Then stretch your hand forward, and then keeping the hand flat, suck the fingers towards the wrist towards the fingers. Stretch and contract. Stretch and contract. Stretch and contract. So, let me show you before I get up what I think about the tennis balls and the therapy balls together for your spine. Let's use the tennis balls. I'm coming onto my back and I'm going to set the tennis balls as high as I can. I want them next to each other. I'm going to lie back, and some of you won't like the way this feels. Then the hips are coming up. I'm going to roll those balls, walk myself, do this little marine crawl, and I'm going to get those tennis balls. Ooh, they just got between my shoulder blades. This is like the roller, but a little more pointed, you know, specific. And then the arms can conduct again, right there. Ah, it feels great. The softer the joints, the more you'll feel the arms moving in towards the trunk. From here, one more time, I'm hoisting myself up, push the knees forward, roll. Now those tennis balls have come right there into the trapezius muscles, that place you want someone to dig in when you have a little bit of stress at your desk. The arms can come over your head and just give a little pulse or two right there. Those balls are on the side of your neck, not on your spine, you know. They just do that when they're next to each other. When you come down, come forward, let the balls drag to the skull, and then set the balls at the base of the skull. Rest your head there. Once you've got the balls at the base of the skull, thank you, Layla, you can turn your head right and left a few times, real slowly, feeling those balls graze under the base of the skull right there. So your scalp gets really tight, you know, and your scalp, actually, the skin of your scalp attaches to your feet. Little did you know we can use these on your feet for your neck, but that's another video. I'm going to cut right now and get over to the wall to show you one more thing. So here I am at the wall. The wall, that's a loaded word these days, isn't it? Anyway, press all of your fingers evenly into the wall and turn your feet and waist away from the wall. Pick up the chest, press the hand into the wall, each digit of each finger, and feel. Then walk sideways to the wall again and walk your hand down the wall, trying to get the wrist to the wall each time. If you can't get the wrist to the wall, then you're done. Do the same thing with your fingers turned away, this way, including, by the way, the swivel. And then do it with your fingers facing forward, swivel, and walk the hand down the wall. Also, if you walk your waist to the wall, you reach the fingers up the wall and like a spider creep. You're lifting your whole rib cage. Keep creeping upward and away from the spine as you take the arm behind you. You're going to creep the arm slowly, probably slower than I'm doing, so I don't just keep you waiting. You're going to take the arm back all the way connected to the wall until the arm has come down below your waist and naturally will come off the wall. But you keep lengthening. When you walk away, that arm will look longer than the other one and feel longer too. And you'll repeat to the other side. That's really all I wanted to show you at the wall. I have a lot more to show you, but I can't do it in these little videos so easily. So here are these balls. This is a bag of melt roller balls. You don't have to use this exact thing, but you can order it online. Amazon probably even has it. Or you can go to Melt. But it's got different size balls in it. This one is soft. This one is firm. Well, actually, that's a soft one. And a firm one comes in this size too. And this one is really firm. I'm just going to use this really firm one for a moment. I want to show you something. Remember that awkward thing I showed you before with the wrong size balls? So here I'm going to squeeze and release the ball, just so. And I can do this between each finger. You know, this is a really nice thing to do. I can knit my fingers together and roll the ball around, you know. When you finish this, you'll feel like your hands are splayed and nice and open. You can take your hands and massage the ball this way. If you do choose the tiny one, here it is, you know, this feels really good too. Get into all these really tight places, you guys. Mess with it. If you have questions, just contact me on this YouTube site. I think my phone number might be there as well. Or contact me at activeyoga.com. I'll see what I can do for you from so far away. If you're in Nashville, give me a call. Anyway, this is Active Yoga at your home, your office, or your jam session. Pleased to serve you.